So what is the most important skill people should learn to grow in the IT industry today? Get to know about your point of view in some crispy way.
Is the project manager.
AI assistant or project manager?
That's a minimum commitment that you need to give. Make sure that you are staying. If it is your first company, stay with your first company at least for 3 years.
Who gives more surprises?
That's where you are going to learn lot many things.
Yeah. Hello everyone. Welcome back to a new exciting podcast session with us. So today we have Mr. Prabhakar with us. He's a senior director at LTM and brings over 20 plus years of rich experience in IT industry. Throughout his career, he had led large-scale digital transformation initiatives and work with various technologies, helping organizations drive innovation and business growth. Welcome, Prabhakar. It's a pleasure to have you with us. And could you please introduce yourself to the audience and share a little bit about your personal and professional journey in the IT industry?
Thank you so much, Mahima. Thank you for having me today. Yeah, my name is Prabhakar, as Mahima already introduced, having lots of experience, and I've done large and medium, small transformation projects in IT and non-IT as well, by the way, at the initial stages of my career. Yeah, today I'm here with LTM, erstwhile LTI Mindtree, for past 7 years, driving some crazy stuff. Truly exciting stuff that I'm currently working on, and primarily on AI as we speak. As everyone is speaking, we are doing some remarkable stuff and very much advanced than any other organization that we can talk of.
You started your career when before AI become popular. So what changes you have seen in the IT industry over the last 20 years? Okay,
so that's a good question to start with. I think, last 20 plus years, in fact, there has been a lot of changes that we have been seeing, all of us have been seeing. At that point of time, of course, IT was only a department in an organization. But now it itself has become a company in itself, right? So, our LTM is one of such large organizations across. But the more important point that I would like to put forth here is about the relevance of different technologies that have come and gone in last 20 years, right? At that point of time when I started my career, the shelf life of any of the technology used to be quite a long. It used to be like 10 years. You learn any technology,
yes,
it can retain for at least for 10 years.
Okay.
Now the shelf life is coming down. It is becoming like 5 years and maybe more lesser than that.
Right.
Some technologies are actually getting evaporated in a year or two as well.
Right.
That's one of the biggest shifts that I have seen. So with that, I think it is important for us not to just stay with one technology. Continue to learn, make sure that you are relevant in the industry.
Yes.
That's the biggest shift that I have seen in the last 20 plus years.
You are leading large ServiceNow projects globally. How do you think AI will change ServiceNow and the way companies work in the future?
ServiceNow, of course, is a genius platform, as we all know. Even without AI, it has created a marvelous thread underlying any organization, which is the workflows, right? And now with AI coming in, it's no more a source of records or so. It has started the anticipations or the predictive analytics started adding to it.
Yes.
So that's the beauty where any of the organization who are using ServiceNow can get benefited, because now it is powerful with AI or empowered with AI. The employees doesn't need to really do the task that is given to them. The agents are actually doing it. The employees are the users of it, actually come and play the role of more towards judging or any of the outlier cases whenever there are exceptions.
Correct.
Or any of those governance to deal with the architecture. So wherever there is a human potential that is involved, that is where the human involvement is coming in place. I see ServiceNow as a powerful platform with AI getting embedded on top of it, and any organization can get maximum advantage, especially when having ServiceNow kind of a platform with them.
So you have worked with technologies like ServiceNow, UiPath, RPA and Salesforce. So what is the most important skill people should learn to grow in the IT industry today?
Yeah, so in the last, as I said, for last 20 plus years, I've seen various technologies, as you rightly pointed it out. And it's not about especially in the current phase of technology, how it is shifting. It's not about what kind of technology or the tool that you are going to learn. It's about the ability to learn, continue to have the passion, make sure that you are making progress as the technologies are evolving.
Yes.
That's the most important skill, especially for the people who are making sure that who are getting into the industry. It's very much important, especially for the developer folks that we have. At the same time, I think it is also important from the leadership perspective to connect the dots between the technology and the business requirement. How, as a leader, you are going to contextualize between what the technology is offering and what the business problem we are trying to solve.
Okay.
If we are able to contextualize these two and try to solve the problem of the business, and I think that's where the right sweet spot that we can be, and we can get benefited with the technology.
As a leader managing large team and projects, what is the biggest lesson you have learned in this AI fast changing era?
That's another good question that you have asked. And of course, I go through this all the time. One thing I felt at the initial stages when I started getting into the leadership position is to be the smartest person in the room and to get answers for everything that the team asks.
Okay.
But now in the AI era, I don't think that is any more relevant. I think it is more relevant, or it is more important for me to create more and more smarter people in the room, right? Make sure that the team that I have has the empowerment, has the kind of psychological safety, so that they can experiment, fail fast, and then start getting better in what they are developing.
Yes.
Right? That's what I learned, and that's what I also encourage my team to make sure that anything that they are trying to do, actually they do it faster, and then they fail, that's fine, and that's what even my CIO also always mentions, that make sure that the team is encouraged and make sure that they are actually failing fast. Even though they fail fast, that's okay, so that they also learn with it, and then they get better whenever they are doing it for the next time. And in fact, the result of it is going to be much more better.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
And when you started your career, we know that before, like 20 years back, there was no AI that much, and now we are surrounded with AI. So how did you keep yourself skilled up, and what were the challenges you faced to keep yourself skilled up to match the industry's requirement?
I think there are two parts to it. One is, of course, it is very subjective, where I need to be, as a person, I am very passionate, and obviously I need to learn, and I always wanted to learn and grow myself. That's very much needed for any individual. The second most is that I have been lucky that I got good bosses, always.
Okay.
I have been fortunate that I have got good bosses. They were my AI at that point of time. Any doubt that I had, I used to go to them, and they were like, okay, boss, I have this question, or I have this, doubt. I used to go to them, and they were very empathetic to me, and then they used to respond to me. So at that point of time, they were my generative AI.
Nice.
Right?
Great.
So it's very important to have right people around you, and of course you have to be nicer with them. That's the first thing. Second thing, obviously, you have to have that right passion and commitment to grow in your career, continuously learning, do something or the other, right? Even today, even as I speak, I don't keep quiet on my Saturday, Sundays. I start learning, doing something, what's happening in the industry, what's new that's coming up, is to keep pace with the industry, what's happening. So these are some things that are important for anyone to really learn, and then make sure that be relevant in the industry.
So I have some rapid fire questions for you.
Ready for it?
And I think our audience will be also interested to get to know about your point of view in some crispy way.
Yeah.
My first question is, AI assistant or project manager, who gives more surprises?
It's the project manager.
Okay. When you started your career, what was smarter, employees or office printers?
It's the employees.
Okay. One thing technology can never automate.
It's the trust of the people.
Okay. Service now in one word.
Flow.
Coffee during production issues or tea during leadership meetings?
Always coffee.
Okay. one technology trend that excites you the most right now?
Space
Space.
and technology and computing in space,
Okay.
data centers in space. It's
Nice.
beyond imagination.
Beyond imagination. If 2004 you met 2026 you using AI daily, what would your reaction be?
First, I'll be surprised, stunned, and then I'll take a pause. I'll be relieved that it is still not conducting the meetings.
Okay. Okay, one final question.
Yeah.
One thing AI can never replace in leadership. What is it?
Obviously, it's the empathy with the people.
Empathy. With
Empathy,
the people.
always.
Okay.
AI can always respond, but empathy is always human.
Perfect answer for the young youth. Like if we go through your LinkedIn profile, we have seen that you have really worked with lots of different organizations with different tools and with different on different projects, and you have actually shown your loyalty to the company where you have worked for some specific tenure in a company.
Yeah.
And if we see today's generation, we keep switching even after 6 months, or we don't stay in a company for a year. So what would you recommend to the young generation, especially Gen Zs?
Oh yeah, I think one of the most important part is about be curious, continue to learn, make sure that you are staying. If it is your first company, stay with your first company at least for 3 years.
Okay.
That's a minimum commitment that you need to give, because that's where you are going to learn lot many things.
Yes.
That's your foundation stone, and even after 20 years later, you will be remembering your first company, your first boss, and what you have learned there. Irrespective, you continue to shift your companies also. That's not something wrong, I would say, which I have done as well. But I think for this generation, first company, you should stay at least for 3 years.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mahima, for having me. It's absolute pleasure for the conversation. I'm sure this conversation would be loved and then absorbed by the people, and especially the Gen Z who are watching this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.